What up, Jess Jekyll? Interesting points you made in this video. It seems like everyone seems to think the family's dying. And I don't agree that the family's dying. I really don't. I think that a lot of people think the family's dying, but I haven't seen it. Now, maybe it's because I've only been down for about 2 years, but, when I go to shows, I haven't been often, but I go to shows and crap, and I talk to juggalos. The family's there. There's no question about it. The family's there. And yeah, there are people that are fakes, but I think that's always been the case. There have always been people claiming that are fakes. And you're right, people who haven't accepted us and then try to say that they are us, but then they change the direction that we're going. They try to. And that's why we got to stay firm and strong. And, because I think what it comes down to is if they legitimately want to become a part of the family, sure. But once they start hating, it just ruins things. All the emo hating we get from the juggalos do, it just ruins the whole idea of the family. If you really think about it, it just ruins the whole philosophy which we live by, which is accepting people for who we are. But if we hate on emos for expressing themselves how they express themselves, for being emos, aren't we going against that very concept, that very ideal, that very philosophy? So the question is it because ICP's on MTV? Everyone's always whining about mainstream and underground. And that's what it comes down to, is everyone is whining about who's mainstream, who's underground. But I like what Tone Deaf said. Fuck mainstream and underground. Is this shit any good is what matters. And it makes so much sense to me. Forget what's mainstream. Forget what's underground. What's good? Are they staying true to who they are? Is what we should be dealing with. Not whether they're on MTV. Are they staying true? Are they still ICP? Are they still being true to the juggalos? And that's the question to ask. Do I think that? I could give you my honest opinion, but that's still a question that's open-ended. Do I think that they're being true to the juggalos? Yeah. Yes, I do. I don't think they're putting out the same stuff, but I still feel like they're still ICP. They're still being true to the idea of the juggalo family. They're still doing what they do. So whether they're more mainstream or underground doesn't matter to me, because they're staying true to the family, in my opinion. And I think everyone is. Twisted, Boondocks, I think they're all staying true to the family. They're not going in this totally different direction. And even if they do, it's still true to the fam. Even if they take a different direction, they never lose the love for the family. And they never try to appeal to stupidity. And yeah, they have stupid jokes and stupid stuff, but that's always been it. Like, legit stupidity. Like, they don't try to appeal to some of the stupid mainstream attitudes. And I mean mainstream attitudes not by people who listen to mainstream music, but of just being catchy with no substance. The whole and going against everything that actually matters. It's like losing originality, just hopping on bandwagons, that whole thing. I don't see them doing that. And if people are hopping on the whole juggalo, and I quote that out, juggalo bandwagon, people are trying to call themselves juggalos, they'll know. It'll pass. If they're not really down with it, if it's just a fad, it'll pass. Um, we just got to make sure that we don't change the Juggalo family ourselves. Our perception of the Juggalo family, that we don't change that just because some people are coming in and don't get it. If we can do that, the family won't die and the family will stay strong. If we here stay true to the family and let the newcomers know, here we stay true to the family, and that's just it. That's who we are. If you want to be a part of it, we'll stick up for you if you stick by the morals and ideals held by the Juggalo family and supported by the Juggalo family. So this is Spike here. Peace out, y'all. Whoop whoop.